Welcome to Chicago Noir. I'm your host, Darius Hillman. Each month, we proudly showcase and amplify the African American experience right here in the Windy City. This month, we'll spend time with men and women working to change outcomes for Chicago's most at-risk communities. On the front lines, these literal lifesavers are walking the talk and standing flat-footed in the gaps in the war on violence right here in Chicago. Later, we'll sit in conversation and community with the founder and executive director of Project OneTen, Dirrick Butler, and the co-founder of Ladies of the Arc, Cecilia Rodhe. But first, we'll meet the former gang member who is living proof that nobody is forever lost and that transformation is indeed possible. The co-founder of the One City Basketball League, Cobe Williams, is on a mission to heal the streets and redeem himself.
Yes, what we do on the south side, we do on the west side.
And everyone, all of the young folks involved are paid for that.
All of them are paid. All the players, all the coaches, all the assistant coach. Our security is people from the community also. So everybody is paid. And we got coordinators on both sides paid.
Making this happen. This is brilliant. Brother Cobe.
How you doing?
I'm amazing. Tell me and our viewers a bit more officially, what is the mission of One City?
A decade ago, me and Joe King started One City. I'm the co-founder, and we just want to unite the city. So Joe King spent a lot of time with me in the community, in different parts of the city, you know, riding around, going to different neighborhoods, getting to meet people. Just me and him, no security. Sometimes I pick him up, or sometimes he just meet me there.
Wow.
And just really start engaging with people. And we ask them, what can we do? And a lot of people are saying basketball could bring us together. So keep in mind, we go into different neighborhoods where they beefing with each other at, that people lost their lives, people got shot at.
The stakes are
and
incredibly
everything. High. We just going in these neighborhoods and really just bridging the gap with them and just listening more to them.
Yaman Johnson. Yaya, for short. Coach. Yaya.
Being a coach with One City is bigger than what the title says. One City is more about these guys, hands-on, every day, day-to-day, being in tune with them, knowing what's going on in their private lives.
You are bringing young men together who are creating community, camaraderie, understanding of each other, respect of each other. Is that a fair assessment?
One City brings all these people together, and we all come together in peace. I even came here, I remember when I was young, I seen some of the guys that work with some of these organizations, and we actually got real stories that we can say we used to be conflicted when we was younger. So now being older, coming out the streets, elevating to being a person of influence, now to looking at people that we can also influence, and looking at these people come together with something we could not do in our times. Even the team we played against today, some of them was opposing side prior years back to some of our guys, but now we can play together in peace and love and harmony.
You just played a game. Did you win?
Yeah, it was a blowout.
And this is your first year with One City. What brought you to One City?
At first, I thought it was just like a basketball thing, but then my uncles kept suggesting you're gonna learn some certain things about people and just meet certain people that can help you in life.
And has that been true?
Yeah, that's definitely been true. You know, before the games, they make us go upstairs to have discussions about emotions, how to react during certain things, and, just be a better person in life. They teach me how to be more vocal, step up with people, be more of a leader, and just if you need help, ask for help.
In 2020, in our progression, a specific area that I deal with, we lost 11 people to streets and gang violence. If we had a program like One City then that we could have got the kids, the young adults or teenagers connected to, we probably would have had some of them still here. So we need places like One City all over the city of Chicago. Chicago used to be known as a basketball mecca. But you go to a lot of park districts right now in the city of Chicago, they closed down. You go to a lot of schools, half of the schools closed down. They're integrating a lot of mixed neighborhoods
That they don't understand the history.
they don't understand the history, right? And they're having a violent effect. We sometimes need places like this, if it's not a mediator, somebody stand a proxy in the gap for them, right? And to bring these people together on a peaceful note, rather than just throwing two opposing sides in the same place without a referee. You know what I'm saying?
One thing Joe King started doing also was give me a lot of tickets. Because at this time he was playing with the Chicago Bulls. So he used to give me like 50 to 60 tickets to bring people to the game from different walks of life, different sides of the town. South side, west side, east side, north side, and just people everywhere. Violence prevention is my background. So
you
we
began
worked
at
it with
ceasefire,
ceasefire days. And years later we changed it to Cure Violence Global. So I've been doing this work for about 20-some years.
Wow. Speaking of the work, that work was chronicled in the award-winning film, The Interrupters.
Yes.
And it premiered at Sundance in 2011, and it also aired nationally on one of my longtime favorite shows, Frontline, on PBS.
Yes.
Talk about what it felt like, number one, to have your work, this work, captured on film and shared with others. And two, how did we get from the film The Interrupters to you and an another NBA star being connected?
Man, this work is so important, man. I took so much from the community. I sold drugs, I gangbanged, I hurt people. I did a lot. I lost so many friends to gun violence. I ended up doing 12 years of my life incarcerated. But I really didn't have a father in my life, though. And so at the time, I started seeing ceasefire on the news. Because in jail, like WGN, Channel 9 News was like mandatory.
That's where you were
at 9 o'clock.
exposed to ceasefire.
Ceasefire, I'm seeing people marching and saying, stop the violence, stop the shooting and killing, you know, and seeing that, I said, I want to come home and be a part of that. So when I came home, the former organization I was a part of, Mr. Shorty Freeman, he introduced me to ceasefire. Cobe, you need to do something different. We have to do something different. We have to be on the right track. You got to save our people. So when I was filmed in the documentary The Interrupters, my good friend Alex Kolowitz and Steve James, the one did Hoop Dreams, they did that. They was filming ceasefire. They said, man, we talking about doing a documentary. While the documentary is out, I was on social media. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. So I see somebody tweet, The Interrupters of must-see documentary. Everybody needs to watch it. When I saw the tweet, I'm saying, man, this Joe King Noir. I was like, so
Chicago
people reach
Bull.
Chicago Bull, Joe King Noir. We met. I took him a signed copy of The Interrupters. We just got around, just talking, building. He been so committed.
So he's been he was walking the talk from the beginning.
From the beginning.
In public, no less, putting it out there.
Yes.
Wow. It is clear to anyone watching your commitment to not only finding redemption for yourself, but caring enough about the rest of us and our young people. You can't do anything but respect that in someone. So thank you, my friend. What a pleasure.
I'm Ricky Watson, inviting you to join me for the next critical conversations when we focus on navigating the journey of entrepreneurship, learning ways to embrace our anger and yet not let it destroy our lives. We will also deal with unlocking the creativity within us. Join the conversation on CAN TV Cable Channel 19 or stream live on cantv.org or on the CAN TV Plus app. Elevated conversation and storytelling. Experience the power of community television.
Sculptor, art therapist, and the mother of NBA legend Joakim Noah, Cecilia Rodhe launched Ladies of the Arc to provide healing art therapy workshops for mothers who had lost their children to gun violence. And in doing so, she created a safe and brave space for women to gather to support one another and express themselves as they navigate their grief journeys. The former model and Miss Universe contestant didn't need to be touched directly by the unimaginable loss of a child to want to use her skills and platform to support those who had, through the healing power of art. You and your son, Joachim Simon Noah, co-founded Noah's Arc Foundation back in 2010. What motivated that decision?
I don't think it was a decision, it was a need. And I think it was from my son. And he came to me and he said, Mom, we have to give back. He's 22, 23. He was still a rookie. And so it's very unusual for the players to think about that stuff. There's so much to prove yet and everything. And yet I was in awe of him, which since he was born, I'm in awe of my son, of course, and my daughter. But he came to me and he said, we have to give back. There's need here. And, I said, listen, I'm an artist. I created already expression from the inside because it was from my own survival mechanisms that I had created this for myself. And then I created a curriculum that from my own need, but to be able to give it to others. So it's just extraordinary that when he came to ask me, I said, sure, of course. Whatever, whatever you want, of course, And we were sitting around the kitchen table, and he said, "So what are we gonna do?" I don't know, But I think the only thing we can do is what we know. And your dad, your grandfather, all champs, being a champion is no joke. Literally, and physically, and mentally, and emotionally, the whole thing. You guys know that, and you've proved your point to the world. And I'm an artist, so this is what we know. So let's do a foundation that's based on arts and sports, and that's what we did.
You are one of the ladies who helped to put Ladies of the Arc together.
Yes.
From its inception. Tell me what prompted your interest in creating this sort of organization, and what is this organization here to do, not only for young people, but for mothers and aunts and sisters who have had a defining, life-changing trauma in their lives.
What's special about the Ladies of the Arc is, again, it's a collaboration of moms who have lost a child to gun violence. A lot of the times, after a act of violence, of gun shootings or whatever, you don't hear the after story. You don't hear the trauma afterwards. So.
And how it impacts so much more than that person we lost.
Yes, it impacts the family, the moms, fathers, the sisters, the brothers. And so what's special about this is that you get to hear from the moms, and the moms get to come together and network with each other and do art, and we have trauma-based workshops.
What brought me to the Ladies of the Arc, unfortunately, my 19-year-old daughter was killed to gun violence here in Chicago. And I saw on my social media site, Facebook, I saw the Ladies of the Arc hosting an event with other mothers, and I joined in. That's how I found it.
What's her name?
My daughter's name is Marissa Boyd Stingley.
Marissa,
yes.
19 years old.
Yes.
Lost to gun violence.
Yes.
Here in Chicago.
Yes.
Tell me about her, because I see some of her through her mom.
Yeah, she was a beautiful, caring, compassionate. She loved to laugh. She loved butterflies, so that you see me, I wear butterflies and represent all the time. She loved life. She loved helping people, and she was compassionate and caring.
How do you manage? How long ago did you lose your baby?
This year made 11 years. In June 25th.
Did your relationship with God and faith?
No.
Okay.
Before my daughter got
You
killed.
knew
No, I
her?
was Tasha.
Okay.
I wasn't Noir Tasha.
My God.
It changes you.
To your core, I would imagine.
It changes you. It's not a word for losing a child. It's a word if you lose your husband or your wife, you're a widow. It's a word if you lose your mother and your father, you're an orphan. But I can't find the word for it. It's emotion. It's so much love that it hurts you to your core. You're never the same anymore.
So a component of Ladies of the Arc, one of the workshops that we do is expressions from the inside. And so we try to heal or prompt the youth to heal from within through art.
So this is sort of art therapy.
It's art therapy, exactly what it is. It's art therapy.
You can actually paint how you feel inside of Halloween, right? It doesn't have to be figurative. It can be as abstract as you want. I want you to show with colors and shapes.
What I've seen through the work with the Ladies of the Arc is that a lot of them say that, once we lose our children, we will grieve for the rest of our lives. It's very hard for me not to start crying.
You and I both.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
And seeing also my ladies stepping up. I mean,
Yes.
they have things to do.
Yes.
And if we can be any part of that development, of getting them something to do that's meaningful for them, and they heal through action.
I also, my job now, I actually am a family support specialist through Chicago Survivors, and what I do is when there's a family that unfortunately has lost their child or loved one to gun violence, they talk to me.
Tasha wasn't that person, nor Tasha is.
Nor Tasha, that's my job, my other job.
These are your baby's legacies to you. This is in the darkest of moments, and you and I both have deep faith. God will find you the silver lining.
This God giving back through using me as a vessel.
We don't always listen when God tells us He needs us to. So, yes, God, always, Alpha, Omega. But sometimes I want to give you credit and honor you for not being hard-headed when you had every right to go, I'm not making this about nobody else but me, God. And you did that. So I honor you. We honor your daughter, and you are honoring her. I'm going to ask you a final question, and I'm going to brace myself for the answer.
Okay.
You have faith. Your baby is looking down at you right now. What you think she's thinking about what her mama up to? What you think she's thinking?
She would first do this, push them glasses back, and do like this, and be like, Mom, now come on, Mom, dry your tears, dry your eyes, come on, you know you big, you got this. And she'll be like, I'm so proud of you, keep going.
Hi, I'm Bianca Cotton. Join me Mondays at 7 p.m. for Behind the Confident Smile as I sit in conversation with incredible, dynamic, and complex Chicagoans who peel back the layers, living lessons, the joy, and the pain behind their confident smiles. You can watch on CanTV 19, cantv.org, and CanTV Plus app.
Rooted in his experiences as a public school student and teacher, Dirrick Butler has witnessed firsthand the inequities that exist in the urban education ecosystem, specifically for students of color. He has dedicated his career to radically reimagining how we educate and support boys of color in and outside of the traditional school space. With the founding of Project OneTen 6 years ago, Dirrick was clear on intent: support Black and brown boys during the critical transition from 8th grade to high school through targeted coaching, a research-based curriculum, and a solid community of peers and caring adults. Dirrick believes that a young man's future isn't luck or happenstance, but a future by design.
Don't feel, if you're still working, that's fine. I just want to see. Okay. About half the room. All right, we'll give you
Dirrick Butler, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good.
So let's talk about Project OneTen, which you started nearly 6 years ago.
Yes.
What prompted you to create this organization?
I'm a former high school teacher. I used to teach U.S. history. Started my career in New Orleans and then came to Chicago and taught. I taught freshmen. And every day I saw my, new freshmen coming into the classroom, really excited, eager to be in high school and to have this newfound independence, but ultimately needed a lot of support and shepherding, if you will, right? Not because they didn't have the tools and the capability, but it's just a new environment, right? I'm originally from Dallas and we have middle schools. When I came to Chicago, I realized that students are in the same building, could be, right, from pre-K all the way to 8th grade.
Yeah.
So high school is that first major transition. And it was just like, there needs to be something there to support students in creating just a soft landing for them as they make that transition. We started it 6 years ago with our first cohort of, I want to say, like 10 students.
Wow.
Right? And here we are today with a group of 40. This is one of the programs that we're running today. But yeah, it's been just great to see the work grow over the last few years. We start with them in the summer before their freshman year. So we have this big overnight camp where we go out to Oregon, Illinois, really to just like be with their thoughts, right? To get to know their mentors, to get to know the peers in the program. And we dive into topics such as time management, or like today we're talking about identifying your strengths and how those impact your identity. So it really just creates this really great foundation for students to walk in their school buildings with a little bit more I think confidence, right? Being able to speak to their strengths,
A
being
language
able to
for it,
exactly. We are the entire freshman year, and then in June we do a big kind of end of year celebration. So our work is all in service of them ending their freshman year on track and with a 3.0 GPA, and really guide them into that next phase of sophomore year.
I first joined Project OneTen. Well, I didn't want to join. My mom actually made me. The people that I've met have taught me that I shouldn't be scared to meet new people and talk to new people. I've learned how to time manage along with public speak. It's been a wonderful experience.
You are a freshman.
Yes.
How did you hear about Project OneTen, and what made you want to join the program?
Originally, I heard Project OneTen from Adrian. He came to when I was attending KIP, my 8th grade year, he came to KIP and he told me about the benefits and what Project 10 was about. And so me and my mom, we made a choice and I said I would go. I like the interactiveness. It's not like boring. I feel like when I was in 7th and 8th grade, I was a lot more quiet, but I'm quiet a bit. But I still advocate for myself when I see something is wrong.
I don't know about y'all, but I love this activity. I love the success rate because it helps.
What is the role of a success coach?
We are responsible for maintaining an adult presence in what I would describe as the third space. So we know that our mentees have their homes, they have schools as their first and second spaces respectively, where they're spending much of their time. In this space within Project OneTen, we have the ability to create a third space where mentees can come in and have conversations. If they need to feel a bit more vulnerable than they can, perhaps even feel at home or at school, we are playing the role of being the adult presence in this space. And through the workshops and through the outings and the activities that we plan, just connecting and engaging with our mentees on a regular basis, we're there to provide resources, guidance, and just help the mentors navigate all the challenges that they may be experiencing.
back. You're an alum.
Yes.
So you went through this program 3 years ago.
Yes.
And you are here today supporting and pouring back in.
Well, my little brother, he's
Get out.
Yes, my little brother is here, yes.
What do you hope he will get, knowing your brother, What do you want him to hope for
I
him?
hope he gets a relationship with like one of the mentors, because I know I got a relationship out of like one of the mentors. I could call my mentor whenever and talk to him about whatever I need to. Like if I'm sad, happy, doesn't matter. He's always gonna support me, be
Even
there.
now?
Yes, my mentor is here. Yeah, my mentor is here right now. Well, old mentor,
But still.
Yeah, I still consider him a mentor.
My
a friend,
mentor
a
is my
brother,
mentor,
yeah.
yes.
Use your phone and calculator. I understand. But yeah, your scorecard should now look like this.
What does success look like for the current Project 110 participants? And what does success look like for Project 110, the organization?
3 years from now, these students will be in their senior year, right? Success would be 100% of them graduating from high school and going on to do amazing things, right? Success would look like this cohort remaining connected. It's beautiful to hear from alumni saying that they still are in connection with their cohort. They have a group chat, right? Like
got a network.
right. It's like that is success.
Yeah.
We've successfully built this positive peer community that can follow students throughout high school and into college or whatever they decide to do. The last thing, right, is that these students are graduating, fulfilling their dreams. I think that is a tenet of our work, is that we want to give students the resources and the tools to design a future that they want, right? Not us saying, you gotta go to college or you gotta do this thing or success looks like this, but it's like you now have the tools to build that future that you and your family can be proud of.
Thank you, Cobe, Cecilia, and Dirrick, and your incredible teams of support for standing in the gap for Chicagoans who need you most. And a sincere thanks to each of you, our viewers, for tuning in to Chicago Noir. We'll be back next month with 3 more Chicago-centered stories that amplify the rich and varied African-American experience right here in the city of Big Shoulders. Until then, take good care of you and each other.